Minecraft factions as a solo with no rank. We're here on the brand new season of Complex Factions, the #1 faction server out there, Hxroic.mc-complex.com, and the brand new season just reset like an hour or so ago. It is still super fresh, and for this map, I'm going to be playing as a solo with no rank and teaching you guys the ins and the outs and trying to compete for F-top, which is going to be very difficult to do. Because if you go ahead and check out F-list, look at all of the factions that are playing 4 10-mans and a couple of other high populated factions all against me. Now you guys can see I have a member rank, so first things first, I'm gonna go and actually collect my dailies. I have 1 daily as a default, some free XP and money, and then I'm also gonna go ahead and vote really quickly, which I think there's like 20 voting sites or something, so let me go ahead and gather those rewards. Okay, we've got 10 vokies. Go ahead and open up $30,000, and I did actually get some fly time, so I've got almost 2 hours of fly time now. Yeah, I can see I have nearly 10 days of grace to go ahead and get my base and everything up, so please. Okay, collection chest is actually huge for us. Experience pouch, don't really care about. TNT wand, experience pouch, money pouch I'll definitely take, and some more XP. Okay, well, the first thing I should probably go ahead and do, as you guys know, I'm a couple of hours late to Starve the World, like an hour and a half, meaning all of the corners are probably taken if we do /F corner. Yeah, none are claimed in wilderness. Okay, that's fine. That means I'm gonna have to make a 3-sided base for the season, which that honestly isn't even really my priority. I have 10 days to make that base. What I'm gonna do is drop down into warp PvP. At the moment, there's 33 more minutes left of invulnerability, meaning there's no PvP. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some spawn and claims and make a tiny little spawn base, because it's going to help us out in the future if we can sneak off and maybe do some dark zone runs, because dark zone is by far the best way to make money and spawners on the server. If we check out the loot pool, evokers, iron golems, you win like super rare items as well, full on god sets, everything you could possibly need just from dark zone, except dark zone has PvP enabled, so I'm gonna need a trap to run to if I'm being chased out by enemy factions. And once again, since I am late, a lot of these claims are probably actually taken, so I'm not gonna get very good claims. Let's actually go ahead and create our faction called default, and we only have 75 power. That might be an issue. Okay, well, we are literally just gonna set up our claim right back here. We're gonna take a little 2x2 back here. This is gonna be our spawn base. Spawn bases are completely unrateable. That's nice. Yep, this is it. Our temporary little spawn base. Now, the next thing I need to go ahead and actually do is capitalize on the invincibility or the invulnerability the next 30 minutes and grind out light zone, which on Starve the World is probably the best way to go ahead and make money. What I'm gonna do is literally just go ahead and grab my starter sword, some cooked chicken. We don't even have potions or anything, but it's fine. If we do /LZ and TP on over light zone tier 1, we're gonna go ahead and be able to grind some mobs. You guys can see some other people are doing it right now as well. If we check out the loot pool, we can actually get spawners, skeletons, and zombies, which is good for experience. We can get some tools. We can go ahead and get some money, some diamonds, god apples, enchants, all that stuff that we're going to need later on in the season as well. And once I actually hit like $100,000 or so from grinding these mobs, I'm going to buy this tier 4 kit for 100,000 because it'll make grinding a lot easier. And then I can actually go ahead and grind when the invulnerability is off. So I'm going to go ahead and grind here for a little bit. Try to go ahead and grab $100,000 to bring you guys right back. Okay, literally within like 2 minutes, we're already at 100,000. Go ahead and actually buy ourselves our tier 4 kit. We no longer need the starter armor. And now the next thing we actually need to go ahead and get money for is we check out the shop, the rating materials. There is actually an automatic brewer. So it is pretty much just for potions, $500,000 I need to grind really quick. Because obviously when our invulnerability is up here in like 20 minutes, I'm gonna need instant health potions to go ahead and kill the mobs. I'm gonna need like strength potions and stuff like that, because they'll actually be able to do damage to me, and they do a decent amount of damage, I'm not gonna lie. But I need to grind out 500k really quick, which honestly now with the tier 4 kit shouldn't take quite as long. And then we're gonna have to place down that auto brewer and start making some potions. Okay, bang, literally within 2 minutes already done. Let's go ahead and buy ourselves our auto brewer. It takes 9 minutes to go ahead and build. Okay, so there we go. I'm actually gonna head back to spawn, and I'm gonna go just make a random temporary base while grace is still enabled so nobody can get into it, and we'll just use it for like temporary spawner storage and armor storage and stuff like that until we decide where we want to go ahead and make our main base. Okay, I just went ahead and used a couple of chunk busters to clear out the area. Now we've got our blueprint down. Let's go ahead and actually start the build. It'll take 9 minutes. Invulnerability is off in 2 minutes, which is perfect, so we'll have this up and going. And then I also do have to fill it with like ingredients in the brewers. But once everything's finished, I'll bring us right back. We'll go back into the light zone. I did go ahead and grind it a little bit more. Then we do actually have some spawners. I could probably set up an XP grinder or something over here in the corner and start grinding out enchants that way as well. Okay, we've at least got our auto brewer up and running. Turn it on. We went ahead and press the button, and now I'm literally just filling instant health and then strength 2, which here soon, if I can get enough experience. Oh, I completely forgot. I actually have to go over to the infuser, but there is a strength 2 rune that I can use if I actually go ahead and pull it, so I don't have to continue brewing these, which I'm gonna be real, I probably won't take that much damage in the light zone, but I'm probably gonna go ahead and grind the light zone for a little while. It would be nice if I could actually go ahead and get a backpack from one of the drops, just so I don't have to carry all of the items on me. I can throw it in my secondhand slots. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna go ahead and rock for the time being. I'm gonna head back on over there, and I'll bring us back here probably in a couple of hours when we've got an update and hopefully a good amount of spawners and some wealth generated. Okay, so it is a couple of hours later, and what I've gone ahead and actually done is had my main account join the faction as well, just for more power, obviously, so I can go ahead and claim our entire base. Now what I'm actually going to go ahead and do is set up our permanent base. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and turn streamer mode on, so essentially you guys don't know what world I build in, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn my coordinates off as well, just to help kind of hide so nobody targets me, tries to find my base super easily. And I'm gonna go ahead and pick a random world, and I'm literally just gonna run all the way to the border. We're gonna have to make a three-sided base, which is not that big of a deal, but this season cactus was actually buffed, so cactus is super good to make money. And obviously if I can get a cactus farm up on day 1, that's gonna make us a ton of money over the rest of the season, or at least until I get raided and all of my cactus is broken by enemy factions, TNT and creeper eggs and whatnot. Okay, we're here at the border. I'm probably gonna go ahead and actually start setting up the shell and everything. First things first, I probably will go ahead and do like a 3x3 base, I'm thinking. With that being said, that is 9 chunk busters, and actually I have to get a couple more, so I want to go ahead and do a chunk off of the world border as well. Okay, so this 3x3 right here, 1, 2, 3, that's gonna be the size of our base. I'm gonna go ahead and actually set up our shell really quick, and we can probably actually go ahead and gen it in already. I've got a good amount of money from grinding light zone. Oh bro, 1 obsidian gen bucket is 38k, plus I gotta do the roof and the floor, 11k per. Yikes, bro. Okay, I got it. I know what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna have our bottom box. We're gonna split our base into 2 separate boxes. So this bottom box right here is gonna go from Y70 all the way to 200, and then we're gonna put some rev layers in between, and then our spawner box is gonna go ahead and go from Y220 all the way up to 319. Granted, this is gonna be a massive cactus box all the way from Y70 to 200, a 3x3 as a solo. Low-key, I don't know if I'm gonna finish that off, because that is huge. But that is what we're gonna do, and I do actually still have 8 mil left, so I might go ahead and gen it in right now just so I can get started on cactus. Top box we don't really care about yet. We don't have any evokers or iron golems or anything like that. We are not gonna be making any money from those spawners. Okay, so the cactus process has commenced. I'll probably go ahead and work on this for the next couple of days. I actually do have schematics loaded, and going off that, if you guys want them, I can go ahead and release them. Actually, I have a 1 chunk, a 3 chunk, a 5x5 chunk. Just let me know, I can go ahead and release. And now I'm gonna be real, I've probably done this for like a half an hour. I don't even know if we generated any money at all whatsoever. If we check it out, I literally only have 1 collection chest so far, bro. $4,000. That is actually horrendous. Hold on, what are the prices? $6.56 each, $4.20 a stack, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I think that probably gets buffed. I'm hoping it gets buffed, or else it's straight up not worth finishing. But what I'm gonna go ahead and actually do, you guys can see I'm almost out of money. I probably need to grind light zone once again. I forgot to mention, I'm actually on my main account right now as well. For some reason, there's like some issue with whitelist going on in my account. With default can't join for some reason. They're trying to figure it out right now. Literally all I've been doing is placing cactus, and I'll probably go ahead and place in this grinder schematic and throw down our XP grinders. You guys can see it is set up to be able to hold a ton of XP spawners, strays, skeletons, and zombies, and they essentially all drop down, flow around into a circle, and they all drop down into one grinder itself. It's actually super nice as well. If you go ahead and flip this lever, these magma blocks come up and they actually kill the mob. So basically you're essentially, if you have that on, it's like an AFK grinder. You're getting free money, free drops into collection chests. It's saving your FPS because it's not lagging, and you can go ahead and drop it, and all those mobs go into one by one, and it is straight up unlimited XP. Now this design was actually made by Hxroic, and it is in the Complex Discord for faction schematics. I can probably also go ahead and link it down below. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start building this probably layer by layer. I need to gen in the box, which I actually don't even have money to gen in the box, but nonetheless, it's like 10:30 at night. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of work, so I will go ahead and bring us back when we're done with the grinder, or it'll be the next morning. It is now the very next day, and I have received some absolutely fantastic news. Cactus has been buffed, so if you go ahead and check out our collection chest now, almost $100,000, which is obviously still horrible. But if we combine that with F upgrades, which we're obviously gonna start working towards, crop growth speed for all the way up to $95 million, we get a 1.3x. And there's other ones we start working for, like XP drop rate, the spawn rate for spawners, TNT bank, all that stuff we're gonna have ready by TNT enable, which is still another 9 days. But I actually didn't do much cactus last night at all. I went ahead and finished up the XP farm, so I'm ready to place spawners now. But then after I have these XP spawners down, I probably might go ahead and grind out maybe a god set, and it's gonna be cactus for the rest of the day. We've got to get this thing up and ready and making us a ton of money. We got all of our skeletons and our zombies. Let's see, like 4, 3.5 stacks of zombies, and a stack of skeletons practically. I'm not gonna lie, that's not gonna be the best for right now. We are obviously about to go back into the light zone. I am completely out of money. I can't even place cactus if I wanted to. But on the bright side, we're actually about to hit tier 2, which basically just gives us a better loot pool. Here we are on the inside of our XP farm. Let's go ahead and place these spawners down. And there is 2 stacks. Go ahead and place a couple more over here. And then our skeletons and our remaining zombies. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and hop back into the light zone. If we check out the loot pool, we now actually have the chance of getting Prot 6 armor, which is really good for us. We get better spawners, so we can get polar bears, magmas, and strays, which magmas and polar bears are actually pretty good for money, and strays obviously give experience as well. We even have the chance to get a rank just from grinding the light zone. So nonetheless, I'm gonna go ahead and gear up. Let's hop back on over. Okay, boys, it is literally hours later. I need to go and actually dip on out of here. You guys can see my helmet's about to pop. I've got 43 HP on my helmet. I don't have to buy another tier 4 kit. It's a waste of 100,000. You guys just wait to see the progress that we have made in the cactus farm, as well as we are tier 2, almost 2,800 mobs. Now, I'm not gonna lie, getting to tier 3 is gonna take a hot minute. That's another 5,000 mobs on top of everything that we've just done. We're probably like 30 or so hours into the season by now. Okay, I think I'm safe right here. No skeletons can hit me. /spawn. Now, I have actually been banking some spawners so far. We've got a little bit built up, but what I want to go ahead and actually do is use our experience, the infuser over here, and get a ton of enchants, which I've actually already used some XP. Like I've got extra padding 5, iron lungs, greenhouse 3, which will be good for cactus, which hold on. Actually, as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and show you guys the quick updated cactus farm. In the light zone, I have had the absolute worst struggle with people constantly loot swooping. It is insane. Like 24/7, bro. Let's go ahead and fly up here. We've got like 30 Ys for a 3x3 entirely finished, which honestly is pretty good. We still have probably another like half to do. And obviously we have the XP farm all the way up here, so we kind of have to like go around it. But it's actually starting to make us a decent amount of money. Can I find a sell wand? Okay, a money booster, because I also need to go and actually upgrade our collection chest. They've been AFK the entire time. This one's upgraded, I think $800,000 per collection chest right now, times 9, a couple $1 million. Now, I did actually manage to get my hand on a chunk loader, but to go ahead and actually place it down is 15 million, which I'd probably rather spend the 15 million in growth speed and obviously upgrading our collection chest. That's what I'm gonna do. Let me just pop this 50% money booster really quickly. Obviously, don't want to leave any profits out there. 900,000, 1 million, 1.2 million, another million. Oh yeah, dude, cactus is finally starting to make some money. Not to mention, I do actually have a greenhouse 3, which as you guys can see, crops within 9 blocks of you have a 30% chance to age. And if I can get greenhouse 5 from the XP we're about to use, that would be even so much better to go and AFK with. Let's head on over to the infuser, use all of the experience, and all of that money is probably to go straight back into grinding cactus. Let's see, let's go ahead and actually grab like 25 mythicals maybe. I need some legendaries in there, some rare runes, and I also would like to see if I can possibly do a dark zone mission as well. Let me go ahead and repair my armor so I don't gotta worry about it. Then I can actually go ahead and grind some more experience if I need to. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was actually kind of selling. If you guys didn't know, there's mob tiers on here, and I just straight up haven't been redeeming them. Usually I take it for faction. The faction always goes ahead and grinds it out. But I realized that I actually need to go ahead and start redeeming them. Nonetheless, let me actually go ahead and throw down some temporary storage just for the enchants that we're about to go ahead and pop. And we are going to build a little bit of a temporary god set. Let me open up all these, probably grind out some experience here in a second, and then I'll bring you guys right back. Okay, guys, we are about to go ahead and gear up and attempt to do the riskiest thing we could possibly do, and that is make a dark zone run. As you guys know, dark zone has PvP enabled, but you get the best spawners, the best runes, and the best gear in the game, all at a super high chance, and a ton of money on top of it. A bunch of rare items like candy corn, switcher snowballs, and god armor, and all that stuff as well. So we're gonna go ahead and attempt to make a quick run. I'm actually gonna go scout it out really quickly. If I drop on over into warp PvP and drop down, now here's the thing, if we check it out right now, there is not actually a dark zone outpost. The faction Dave capped the last one, which would have been a little over an hour ago, I believe, and there's 42 minutes until the next one. So probably Dave is in there grinding. They have 6 online. Now I'm actually friends with a couple of them. I don't really want any handouts. I don't want them just to let me grind. Let's see who is actually down here. PvP. Oh, Dave is literally in Warzone PvPing. Hold on, let me find a portal. Okay, we're gonna hop on through. We can see Dark Zone players, 0 players in Dark Zone right now. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm literally gearing up and going right now. I'm not gonna lose anything crazy. I just have a tier 4 kit, a couple of enchants on it, and then I brought some potions with. He's in the Dark Zone. I'm not gonna lie, the mobs do an insane amount of damage. There's probably still a chance that I do die, and I also can't get greedy while I'm there, because odds are someone's gonna see that I'm in Dark Zone on the scoreboard and hop on through and try to kill me. That's the loadout I'm rocking with. I literally don't care if I lose any of it. I'm expecting to die, if that makes sense. So if I can make it out with like any spawners or anything, any money, it's a win. We made it back to the portal. Please nobody see me go in. and I am in. I'm literally the only one in here. Now, I'm probably gonna hang out on like the outskirts, and I'm just going to camp this right here and see as soon as somebody comes in. I am kind of confident in my kiting ability, except I don't really have enchants. And what I should actually go ahead and do as well, you guys can see at the top, my boss bar, I can actually see where an exit is. I'm gonna hang out near the exits. Just in case anybody does come in, I can get out immediately. But just know that the exit is here. Go ahead and splash a couple of potions and grind a little bit. This right here is literally the best spot to grind, except all of like the good factions, the good players come here to grind. Oh my god, there's somebody in here. Who is it? Please tell me it's not someone like a V-Kid or anything. It is literally a noob. Yo, I'm chill. I'm chill, bro. Yeah, he's definitely running away. Okay, it's a noob takeover. Oh my god, there's so much stuff literally just sitting here waiting for me. Give me all of that. Another player just came through. I gotta be careful. Oh my god, this dude's literally grinding right beside me. I low-key could gank him out and take everything he's got. More players are coming in. Okay. So we're killing member ranks in tier 4, are we? Wait, can I get through? Let me get through. Let me get through. Let me get through. No way, that just despawned in front of my face. I don't think I'm gonna make it. If I had Dasher, I'm out so easily if I had Dasher or something. Wait, mobs, get in my way. Help me, mobs. No way. No way I didn't get out through that. That's actually crazy work. I'm dead. All right, well, low-key, that's kind of just the life of a solo with no rank. You lose to absolute weirdos just trying to be weird. But I should actually be able to go ahead and use another tier 4 kit, and I'll probably just go ahead and throw some more enchants on and hit back up into the light zone and grind towards tier 3 light zone. If I can just get the plain enchants like speed 2, fire res, and meal planning and strength 2, I'm literally golden, and I can grind for hours. And like extra padding, but I need XP in that case, and I straight up don't have enough spawners to get a good amount of experience from this, so I have to go back to light zone anyways. Okay, so it's probably like an hour and a half to 2 hours later, and I do actually have some spawners saved up, like a stack and 46 magmas, 62 polar bears, which will actually be decent money overnight, because right now it's like midnight. So what I'm gonna go ahead and actually do is gen in this top box and set up one of my value boxes, or actually probably 2 value boxes, and then go ahead and AFK these overnight, just so when I go ahead and wake up, I'll have a little bit of money waiting for me. And now it actually would have been nice. I have $15 million. I guess I literally have now less than 15 million to buy the growth speed, but I'm going to be poor after I gen all this in. So maybe I will head back into the light zone after I go ahead and make these value boxes, so depending how late it is and depending how much money I do need to go ahead and make, because at the moment I think I'm almost at like 4,000 mobs killed, which would then mean I need to go ahead and kill like 3,500 mobs to get to tier 3. And right now apparently there's actually some fights going on in tier 3 light zone, but I don't even know if I want to participate in those anyways. Now this box should be fully genned in, and let's actually go ahead and set up 2 value boxes. Okay, our temporary, not necessarily temporary, I'll go ahead and expand upon them later on, but I got 2 value boxes completely set up. If I actually go ahead and check out chunk borders, I made sure they're actually not in line with each other either way. But for example, if we're getting a raid from this way, they can only hit 1 value box at a time, because first off, they're at different Ys, and secondly, they're at different coordinates. It is just not smart if you straight up put another value box behind another value box, so that way if they're raiding, they can hit multiple in one breach. They're gonna have to re-breach through all of my regens. But for the magma cubes, you're actually gonna go ahead and use wither roses, and we'll also probably go ahead and use wither roses for creepers, so we can throw our creepers here. Oh, that's not good looks. I don't like that. Why are you getting stuck in the wall, buddy? Hold on. Maybe if I only put 1 in the middle, because also spawners have to be 3 blocks away from obsidian. Okay, so now this should work, but this is gonna be very inefficient. I'm gonna have to figure something out for later on in the season, but nonetheless, it's gonna work for right now. And they'll go ahead and throw our polar bears over here. For the polar bears, we're gonna put some campfires at the bottom. We'll put lava over top, and these shouldn't have any issues spawning. Yeah, no, they spawn perfectly fine. Okay, we actually check it out. 62 polar bears, and we got 344 zombies, 115 strays, 81 skellies, and 110 magmas. Now here's actually the issue. I don't have a chunk loader up and running. With that being said, I'm probably gonna TP on over to our cactus farm and sell any good enchants I have. Sell like a stack of dark enchants. I have another half a stack. I've got this extra padding 5 somewhere I can probably go ahead and sell. I am straight up too tired to grind the light zone right now for another $6 million. And I just realized I forgot to set a warp up there at our main base. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and sell everything, get our chunk loader down. Maybe if I can with the spare money, upgrade our collection chest, and then I'll catch you guys back in the morning with hopefully a productive night of AFK. Alrighty guys, so it is now the very next morning. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. Everything has been AFK'd for about 8 or so hours. So let's go ahead and check it out for cactus. We got over $1 million per collection chest. This middle one should be our polar bears. Got 4 million over here, and then our magma cubes got 2.1 million. Actually not horrible. Let's actually go ahead and take out our diamond cell one, a 110% cell multiplier, and then a 50%
8% money booster as well. Go ahead and pop this really quickly. Go ahead and see how much money we actually do. Go ahead and make 1.8 million, 2 million, 3.4, 2.1. We're actually to make a good amount of money just from a couple of hours of AFK, almost $30 million in total, which is actually really good. If we go ahead and check out F upgrades, I think I'm going to buy that first growth speed, and we still do have $11 million left. I could go ahead and grind light zone here soon and try to get the spawn rate, but I think I just want to prioritize the growth speed until we have a lot more spawners down. And then today I have a full day open. I'm gonna go ahead and start grinding some cactus, get to light zone 3, and hopefully this entire cactus farm is finished, or at least up the XP farm, which would be really good because we still have over 8 days left until TNT enables. But I think that's gonna go ahead and do it for the very first episode of the solo default series. If you guys are watching this right now, you guys still have plenty of time to go ahead and log online and play. You'll also have like 8 days of grace to get everything set up and going before TNT enables, so make sure you don't miss out. But nonetheless, thanks for watching all the way to the end. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.